Sure.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Sinead. I started in November with Emma. Emma did ask me a year before would I join, and I just said no. I didn't even look at the plan, I didn't look at anything. To be honest, the reason for that was because I thought it was very like Avon. That was just in my head. So then a year later, which was November, I seen Emma put up on Facebook and I contacted her to meet up with her. And I looked at the plan and realised obviously it's totally different than Avon. I remember being in her house, she went through the whole plan. I didn't know anything about the starter pack or anything, and then we came to that part and I said no again. I was like, I don't have the money, I'm not doing it. So then we talked a little bit more, and I actually had cash in my bag for Christmas presents, and I said Emma, I actually do want to do it, but I don't. And I said, I can't really give you this money because I need it. So anyway, to cut a long story short, I gave it to her and said, I'll just take a chance.
Like I'm this person in the cup.
No, she genuinely didn't. She actually
don't buy the kids a Christmas present.
No, she actually said to me, look, go away and think about it. In fairness, she did. And I said, if I don't give her the money now, I won't. So I said, I'll take a chance, and I did it. And it has been the best thing for me. Now, for a week or two, I sat looking at the box, and I was texting them saying, I still don't know if I can do this. But basically then I set up my launch, which only 5 people came to in my house, which was my mum and a couple of my friends, and Emma stayed on me to get on to my next launch, and I set one up in Dundalk. And with that one, the following day, yeah, Emma was going to come with me. But the girl I was doing it with said, look, do it on your own, that way you'll learn, and at least I knew everyone at it and I'd be comfortable, so I decided to do it on my own. And I went down, so the following week, everyone that was coming, there was about 10 or 11 people at it, and they all texted me, it was just before Christmas, saying, Sinead, we're coming to support you, but we literally have no money, it's before Christmas, and I'm really sorry, but we'll probably buy a toothpaste or something. And I was like, no, don't, that's not why I'm bringing you, and all this. Anyway, that night, did my launch, I found, like, I was just really honest, maybe a bit too honest, but it's just how I am. Like, for instance, I went through everything. I had the BB cream in my bag, and I said to them, the BB cream is really good for your skin, but it is a bit dearer than a normal BB cream you can buy out in the market. So I think from me being honest, basically that night I sold €800 worth of products after them saying they wouldn't buy anything. And when they were all asking me for them, I was like, why are you buying them? And they were like, well, we're certainly not supporting you by spending like €150. So they said basically, like, you sold the product and we needed, some of them had IBS, bloatedness, acne and different stuff. I also found that I asked them all to be honest with me, because I said I had just started, and I said I really want your feedback on it because I want to know if it really works for them in different problems, because I don't personally have the problems that they had. So my advice would be, and I learned this from Emma, to follow your customers. I'm not saying annoy them, I'm not saying anything, but after 3 weeks, especially the ones with gel, I sent them a quick message just to say, how are you getting on, do you find it good? And they all got back to me. I actually haven't, so far, touch wood, haven't had any complaints about them. And they were like, yeah, can I get 3 more off you? So I think that's hugely important. And now I have a huge customer base because of that. And this is what's bringing me up to Supervisor. So then, now I'll just go on to how to bring in your distributors. One of my good friends came on there last week. Now, she's been wanting to come on since November. She knows more about the products than I do, but it was the money thing. She had a lot going on. So she came on last week, and I joined another girl up in Kilkenny as well, and they've brought my CCs up. But what happened to me was I'm actually 2 under for Supervisor, and the deadline's gone for January. But my mistake was I'm really lastminute.com. So Emma, my other friend, joined up last Wednesday. There was a bit of a misprint with her application, so I didn't get the original sent off till Friday, and Forever didn't receive it on time. She is signed up, so I got 2cc, but she wanted to put an order through, and I depended on that, which I made the mistake of doing, and didn't get Supervisor due to that, so I'm under by 2cc. So my advice would be to be organised.
Hold on, but you'll have it done by Friday.
Okay, I'll have it done. Yes, sorry, I just really got
No
annoyed
pressure.
today, so I'm sure you can see. I really wanted to be
You're
supervisor.
20 cc.
Yeah,
At this
I'm
time.
up. Okay, so but
22,
I'm
sorry.
just saying that if like I am lastminute.com and I'm going to become more organised, also with getting distributors on your team, so I know everyone works differently with how they bring on people onto their team, but with me, it's true being honest. I'm not very pressured. Like I've had 4 one-to-ones over the past while, and I've sat with them, showed them the business plan, told them I'm doing well, because they mainly actually want to hear, am I doing well? And literally have been like, get back to me. And I, to be honest, haven't, unless they say follow up on a call, I haven't. But true that they have gotten back to me. So that's how, me personally, I know it doesn't work for everyone, but me personally it does. Because I just feel I'd be pushing them away if I kept ringing them or texting them. And in saying that, my distributor in Kilkenny, I sent her a message on Facebook there 3 weeks ago, and she asked me to give her a call. I talked through the business presentation, and she was very apprehensive about the money and said, Sinead, like, I don't have the money to put into it. And I said, okay, Elaine. She said, it sounds really good, but I don't have the money. I said, okay. I said, look, you have my number now. Give me a call if you decide in the future. So she left the call, and 5 minutes later she rings back with her bank details and signed up. So, like, I think she was just saying that, but she signed up and she's doing really well. So, just like from how I came to here is being honest with people, following up on your customers. That's for your own personal CC. To bring in people onto your team is to, I don't pressure them, but I show them the business plan, be honest that I'm doing really well, and let them come back to me. Okay, if they didn't get back to me in 3 weeks and they were really into it, I would give them a text. But so far, like, it is going really well, and that's kind of how I'm becoming supervisor. So I hope it's on a bit of help.
Okay, everyone, you can see how excited Sinead was.
It's really exciting becoming supervisor. It really is the kind of beginning to the forever marketing plan, obviously. So I suppose the question you need to ask yourself is, when do you want to become a supervisor? And what's going to be your deadline? You need to have a deadline. You need to know when you're going to be supervisor, whether it's going to be Friday, whether it's going to be next Saturday, whether it's going to be the end of the month, whether it's going to be the end of next month. Just don't forget all the incentives run on 2 consecutive months. So you need to encounter last month and this month, or this month and next month. But people do supervisor in 2 weeks. They sponsor 4 people, they do 4 launches, and they get 25 case credits. So please don't be under the illusion that it has to take 8 weeks. It doesn't. It can literally go as fast or as slow as you want it to. You just need to decide to do it. And go from there. Make a deadline. Know when you're going supervisor. Decide to do it. Just contact your people. You've already contacted 3 today. Contact 3 tomorrow. Yeah, that means you'll have 5 threes or 15 done by Friday. And today's Monday, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, jeez. And you'll have 15 people contacted. Okay. Just don't forget about the people that maybe you contacted before and didn't get back to you. Maybe a little quick follow up. Hey, how have you been, or whatever. Just check in if you had a chance to see my video or whatever. Just follow up, basically, if you feel appropriate. I know that I contacted a few people last year or the year before, and I never heard back from them, and then I contacted them this year, and they've joined my team. So make sure that it's the right time for everybody, and you decide that you're going supervisor. Don't rely on other people's orders or other people sponsoring people. Like, really, so you can't have the opinion of, oh, well, it's great, I sponsored Kate because she's going to sponsor somebody. What if she doesn't want to sponsor anybody? You know what I mean? You need to be like, I'm going to sponsor my 4 people to get to supervisor. So do that. Go supervisor. It's really exciting, and you also earn on your team. So like, that's really a big deal. You earn 3% of everything anybody in your team ever does, forever. That is a big deal, It'll make a big difference to your checks. Supervisor checks are when they start to get past €50, so it's always good. And just go for supervisor. Go get your guests. 10 to now. 5 to. Good timekeeping, Erica. It's 5 to now. We have BP. If anybody doesn't know your one-to-one business presentation, you better stay. If anybody wants to sit and talk about a product and get out of your comfort zone. Anyone want to volunteer talking about a product? You do one. Tina do freedom. Anyone else? Tina? Anyone want to talk about product? Christina, you can talk about a product.
And I'm gonna do a product as well.
Yeah, okay, Christina, Anne, and Tina. Freedom. What are you going to talk about?
I was gonna say
The yellow gel, Christina? Freedom gel. Freedom and the regular gel.
I could do the cranberry sauce.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Anyway, think about it. Guys, get up, walk around, get a cup of tea if you want, and I'll see you in 3 minutes. He's asleep, but yeah, I know it's really nice. Was that good? Can I have my laptop back? Yeah.
How are you? How to find it?
No, I have them ordered.
Okay, should give me the money. Will I give you the money now?
Yeah, and I can give it to Sue actually. It's grand actually. Super. Yeah.
She's going to see my views well, it's just easy to make it, so she should
Oh, that's no rush. No, that's good. Yeah. Stephen, will you? Yeah, perfect. Stephen, will you sit up? See you, Camille.